Hey guys, welcome back. We left off just getting eaten by a giant whale, and we are supposed to save Princess Ruto, who is the daughter of King Zora. He, for some reason, decided to send a child, probably like 8 or 9 years old, to do this job, even though all of his citizens and warriors were just standing around doing nothing. I guess he trusted us more than them. So she is. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't remember there was a cutscene here. Oh, I thought she wasn't in this room. Okay, I was about to say she's down below, but no, she's not. You, who are you? I am Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. What? Are you saying my father asked you to come here to save me? I'd never ask anyone to do such a thing. Letter in a bottle? I have no idea what you're talking about. My father is worried about me. I don't care. Anyway, I can't go home right now, and you get out of here. Understand? And that's why I was thinking she was down there. Are you still hanging around here? I told you to go away. I'm okay. I've been going inside Lord Jabu Jabu's belly since I was little, but Lord Jabu Jabu is very strange today. Yeah, there's like 4 monsters right behind you and then that giant green thing. There are electrified jellyfish and strange holes around. On top of that, my precious stone was... But that's none of your business. Anyway, you, go home now. Understand? You're that worried about me? Then I will give you the honor of carrying me. However, I won't leave until I find the thing I'm looking for. You'd better believe me. So, now we gotta drag her around. Maybe this is why King Zora sent Link, because he's like, oh, all the other Zoras hate my daughter. What am I gonna do? Gold Skulltula here. Gotta get every single one of them. I think there's also a treasure chest up here. Or, no. No, there's not. Never mind. I don't know why I thought that. If you're quick, you can get to the ledge before the water starts going back down. So, Ruto is actually able to be used as a weapon. Like, I just hit that switch up there, and you can actually use her to hit enemies as well. She's completely invincible, because, I mean, I guess it would have been pretty awkward if she could get hurt, and then I don't know, I guess they just make you start over. You could get a game over or something if Ruto got too injured. I don't remember what this guy gives you, but basically every time I don't remember what something is, I have to go check just in case it's for 100% purposes. Yeah, that was useless. Apparently I already have as many as I can hold. I do eventually plan on playing a randomizer of this as well, but I definitely like to play the game regularly first, for anyone who's unfamiliar with it. But as far as playing a randomizer of Ocarina of Time, I won't be doing that anytime soon, because I'd like to play all of the Zelda games normally, as well as several Pokemon games along the way. I'm probably just going to be alternating between Zelda and Pokemon games up until I've played all of the mainline Zelda ones. I definitely have plenty of Zelda games to go through, but Pokemon games, I don't really think I have all that many. I'm just kind of thinking like Pokemon Yellow and Gold and all those kinds of Pokemon games, I feel like those probably wouldn't be too interesting to watch, so I'm gonna probably pick something else that I feel like would be better to watch. Oh. I did not go the right way, apparently. Whoops. I cannot fight that thing yet. Every time you leave her, she gets angry at you. How inconsiderate. How could you leave me behind? If you're a man, act like one. Take responsibility. Wow. Gender stereotypes. back then sure were different. This switch. It doesn't look like you can press it down with your weight alone, Link. Wow. Navi calling Ruto fat, I guess. Man. The way to kill these things is obnoxious if you don't use glitches. They take so long because each one of them takes 2 hits. I'm surprised none of them are actually charging at me. Usually they like fly at you if you get too close, but apparently you have to get very close for them to attack. Oh, I missed it. I was trying to make it so it would spawn underneath me, and then I'd be on top of the treasure chest. I'm guessing this is the dungeon item, which, if it is, then that means I must have missed both the map and the compass somewhere. I guess I just skipped over them. Maybe I didn't miss the compass, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed the map somewhere. I don't think there's a single dungeon where you get the map after the main item for the dungeon. These things electrocute you if you get too close to them. So we have to leave her here again, which means she's going to yell at us again. She won't let you pick her up until you talk to her to have her yell at you. Very entitled and angry character. What are these things called? Parasitic tentacle? Ooh. Jabu Jabu has a bunch of those things in him. So I guess he's kind of like the Great Deku Tree. He was cursed by Ganondorf, and monsters inside of him are killing him. Okay, well, I was immediately proven wrong that apparently you do get the map after the main dungeon item. I really didn't think that ever happened. Ugh. The red slimy thing is gone. That must be because you cut the red tail. Will that work with the other ones too? I guess it would be pretty confusing without her telling you that if you're just playing this for the first time. What was the time limit it gave me? Was it like 40 seconds or something? And I just did it in like 2 seconds. Yeah, Deku Nuts are kind of overpowered in this game. They can kill some enemies instantly, and then other enemies, they just stun them. I think they're useful on basically every single enemy in the entire game. Oh, no, that's not true. I can think of a couple enemies that they're no good against, actually. I just needed to go through some of the enemies real quick. I don't know if it affects them. These are like the least seen... Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. These are like the least seen enemies in the entire game. I'm pretty sure this is the only room that those things are in. And they're not like a mini-boss or anything. I don't know what just happened to the boomerang there, but I was locked on and it just went in a completely random direction. I didn't think it was possible to miss when it was locked on like that. That was strange. Love how she just sits in a fetal position. She's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to sit here and you finish the dungeon. I'm just surprised she's even alive. She must have come in here, like... Well, I mean, she had a letter sitting out, though. Like, she must have been in here for quite a while. How the heck did she survive? Jellyfish move so slowly, luckily, or else I would have got hit by that. I think that's pretty much the last real fight we have before the boss. I remember Jabu Jabu being one of like the harder, longer dungeons from when I was a kid, but it's probably just because I was confused. I don't think it actually is a longer dungeon. It really helps when you know where to go, because I mean, they put like 5 holes up there for you to fall through, and if you don't fall through the right one, you gotta climb back up, and that takes forever. So knowing the right one, it must just save you so much time. It's nice that all of the dungeons, the first 3 dungeons, don't have any keys involved in them. Also, I totally forgot there is a fight here. Okay, whoops. That's it. That's what I've been looking for. Throw me up there, onto the platform. Oh, I was hoping I could like bounce her off the wall up there. That's what we're looking for, but she's taking it from us. Princess Ruto got the spiritual stone, but why Princess Ruto? Oh my goodness, I finally found my mother's stone. I got very upset when Lord Jabu Jabu swallowed it. While I was feeding him, he suddenly swallowed me. I was so surprised I dropped it inside. But now that I've found it, I don't need to be in here anymore. So, take me home right now. Link actually, like, just couldn't believe he can't believe how entitled she is that he's just like, oh, what? Actually reacts to her saying that. What is this? An octopus? There's a way to like instantly kill this thing. How do you do it again? I think you just roll into him, and that's basically all you have to do. Is that right? No? Now does he do it? Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, what? Okay, never mind. I thought you just rolled right into him and then you could stun him. Maybe that is what you're supposed to do. I just used the wrong item. Yeah, normally that fight is very obnoxious if you don't do it that way, because that guy runs practically as fast as you do, and the only way to really outspeed him is to run into the spikes over and over again, because that's just the... You gotta get as close to the platform as possible to get around it as fast as possible. Oh, I was hoping I could shield in time. I'll try to get hit less often, because my last video I was just taking damage non-stop and I was like, oh, there's healing items, who cares? But it really does look bad when you're just constantly getting hit like that. So the next games I'm thinking of playing are between like Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Puzzle League, Pokemon Stadium, all on the N64. Like there's a new Pokemon Snap. I don't mean that one. I do have it, but I'd like to start with the older stuff first. So I'd do the N64 Pokemon Snap. There's plenty of games I can think of that aren't related to Pokemon or Zelda that I'd like to play, but I don't know if it would be right for me to deviate from those, since my entire channel is focused on both Zelda and Pokemon. So, at least for now, I don't plan on doing that, but if I get a bunch of people telling me in the comments, they're like, oh yeah, I don't really care what you play. You can play whichever game you want, whatever franchise. Or if I get a bunch of suggestions to play something, then yeah, I'll play something unrelated to Zelda or Pokemon. But until that happens, sticking with these. So this is the boss room. This is going to be the longest boss fight we've encountered so far. Still not by any means difficult, but it's at least going to take a little bit longer to kill this thing. Man, Ganon's got some weird magic that he can just like put parasites in people. Or I guess not people, but guardian spirits. So it's got these things like connecting it to the ceiling. You gotta knock them all off with the boomerang. And then you have to hit it in the middle and get rid of all the jellyfish. Which the Deku Nuts instantly kill, or you can throw the boomerang, but it's a lot faster to do it with Deku Nuts than the boomerang. And then he does it again, but this time they're flying around. This part's a... kind of just gotta randomly hope you get through, because they're moving so fast, you really can't time it. Oh, wow. I feel like I never get hit by this thing. So, this guy normally sits down here for a while, and you just have to wait, but when you roll... okay, if you time it properly, when you roll, you're actually invincible for a little while. You can still be knocked back, but you won't take damage. I timed it wrong, so I took damage, like right there. I did not. But yeah, if he hits you a single time, then he will instantly get up, so you won't have to wait. So you just roll into him while you're invincible. You don't take damage, and it forces him up faster. Oh, wow. My gosh. They put a lot of blood in a rated E game. Jeez. Apparently Nintendo did not respect the ESRB back then, because they're like, yeah, we can put blood in a rated E game. And now that I think about it, there's a lot more than just that later on in the game. You're late. What took you so long? You're useless. I was just lonely, that's all. Just a little. I think one of the games I used to play on N64, it was called Goemon's Great Adventure. They actually had curse words in there, and that was also rated E. That was crazy. It's like the very first cutscene of the game, they have curse words in it. Link's nose is like 100% of the time underwater in this cutscene. How is he breathing? You looked cool. Cooler than I thought you would anyway. Just a little. Well, anyway, you saved me, so I guess I'll reward you. What do you wish? Just tell me. I want that spiritual stone. Nothing really. Definitely the spiritual stone. You mean the spiritual stone of water? Zora's Sapphire, don't you? My mother gave it to me and said I should give it only to the man who will be my husband. You might call it the Zora's engagement ring. Alright, I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora's Sapphire. So Link, like, accidentally asked her to marry him, I guess? Hopefully she's not the clingy type. Man, now he's just floating in the water. I mean, Link can hold his breath for an impressively long time. The more hearts you have, the longer he can hold his breath, and when you get the maximum, he can hold his breath for like 3 whole minutes. Her most precious possession? You don't know what she's talking about, but you finally collected all 3 spiritual stones. Go back to see Princess Zelda. I think it said the same thing when you got the Goron's spiritual stone. You're like, you don't know what he means by sworn brother. Don't tell my father. Oh man, we have to instantly go tell her father just like last time. So there's a couple more things we can do here before we leave. If it was nighttime, there'd actually be a couple of Skulltulas we could get here as well, but it is not nighttime, so... And time does not pass here, unfortunately. But yeah, ones in the trees are always here, so... Don't have to worry about that for that one. I guess they were kind of just hoping you'd see that rock there and you'd bomb that and you would just happen to hit this wall as well, because I don't know what other thing there is hinting you towards blowing up that wall. Maybe they just expected you to slash at it with your sword because people did stuff like that back in old cryptic video games. When you slash a wall that's bombable, it makes a different sound. Do not remember what this great fairy gives us. Hopefully it's something actually useful. I don't know if any of the great fairies give you anything that's actually useless. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. Oh, wow. Is this Farore's Wind already? Wow, I thought you got this way later in the game. That's a little useful, I guess. It's actually super useful in randomizers, but in the base game, it's probably not very useful. It lets you set a warp point and then warp back there, but only in dungeons. I guess I can use it to go back to get Skulltulas that I didn't currently have the tools for, but generally, after you finish a dungeon once, you never really go back to it. So, now we're off to go see Zelda. I got time for some side quests, though. I'll probably end the video after I've gone to talk to Zelda, or gone to see Zelda. Whatever you call it. So, before that happens, I'll just do a bunch of side quests because we got plenty of time. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do here at the moment. I definitely have some stuff to do in Kakariko Village. Unfortunately, Kakariko is a little ways away. Probably going to take me a couple minutes to get there. You know, I didn't talk to it. Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff that scared me when I was a kid. When they'd pop up next to you like that, it made me think that they were chasing me. Oh, it's you, Link. Thanks to you, Lord Jabu Jabu is back to normal. I probably should have talked to some of these guys before I did the dungeon. Oh, well. Oh, hi, Link. You're all Princess Ruto will talk about lately. That's cool, though. Everyone recognizes you. I'd imagine it's the same with the Gorons, but I didn't talk to any of them, unfortunately. I mean, if you're Darunia's sworn brother, then everyone else probably would know you from the Gorons as well. I don't know if this works or not. Does this work? I missed it. Oh, that does work! I don't need the chicken, yes! Well, that's cool. I'm kind of glad that I dropped the chicken then, because I honestly had no idea that that worked. I knew you could pick up some stuff with the boomerang, but I feel like I've never done that with that particular heart piece before. So once we get through this little river area, we'll be right next to Kakariko Village. And I can actually use my money for once. Actually, no, you know, I've been out of money the majority of my playthrough so far, so I guess I shouldn't say that. Magic beans, they are getting to be quite popular. Because one person is buying them and no one else. Oops. I just keep slashing random people. It's always good guys, too. They're all the rage. Well, I don't know if this is a good guy. He's basically a scalper. I guess with 4 I can plant one here. This one's just for convenience, really. Some of them actually unlock stuff, though. I think there's a couple more rupees if I jump in the water. I don't know if I wanted it to be daytime or not. So I think I want to get to Kakariko as fast as possible. So I'm going to do the backwalking thing just this once. Even doing this, I don't know if I'm going to make it in time. If you get there right as night falls, which I totally did not, then there's something you can do. But yeah, it has to be right as night falls. I was probably too late. There's a bunch of Skulltulas here as well that I need to get. I think I can get every single one of them. I could have gotten this one in the daytime. I guess I just forgot about it. And then there's one up on this ladder here. I'll get that one after, though. They actually loaded Kakariko with Skulltulas for some reason. I don't think you find them this close together anywhere else. Right there. Yeah, if you try and climb the ladder while that's on there, it'll just knock you down. Skulltulas actually do a lot of damage compared to most enemies. It's still not threatening in any way because they're stationary, but the amount of damage they do is pretty surprising. So I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but you're not supposed to be able to get to that guy on top of the house for a while. But really all you have to do is just stand here and do a side hop, and you'll land right on this little fence. Like, if that's a glitch, then it's the easiest glitch in the world to perform. Hey, good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento. I don't know what he's talking about saying, good to see you again. Do we know that guy from somewhere? I think there's one more heart piece, and there's 2 more Skulltulas I haven't gotten yet. Oh wait, no, actually there's 3 more I haven't gotten. Yeah, Kakariko has like 7 or 8. It's crazy. Oops. There we go. I'm assuming I can reach this one as well. There's a lot less room to work with, but yep, it worked. Okay. I gotta be getting close to 9 hearts. Jeez. Coming up on the 2nd row really quick. You know, I really wasn't accounting for how long the story takes in this game. I think in the first episode I was saying I could probably 100% the game within 6 or 7 hours, but I was not accounting for how much time I was going to have to spend reading character dialogue and stuff like that. So that's probably going to add like an extra 2 or 3 hours with how much you have to talk to people in this game. So if I said 6 to 7 hours, it's probably going to be more like 9 to 10 hours instead. Which, it seems like my videos, for the most part, are around an hour-ish each. So I should be done within 10 videos. Maybe 11. I might end up getting to the end of the game and having a whole lot of things left in order to 100% the game. So that might take an additional episode or something. I can't believe I got here early enough. Hey kid, don't mess around with the graves. I'm Dampé, the gravekeeper. My face may be scary, but I'm not a bad guy. Let me give you an advertisement for my side business. Dampé, the gravekeeper's heart-pounding grave-digging tour. What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? When I start digging, we'll find out. Do you want me to dig here? So, you have a chance of getting a heart piece out of any of the patches of soil here. This is not a fun minigame. It is entirely luck-based. Sometimes you could be here for like 5 whole minutes doing nothing but this minigame. And sometimes you get it on the very first try, so it only takes 5 seconds. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Did I already get this Skulltula? I don't know if I did or not, so just in case, I'm gonna... It'll make like a ding sound if I... Okay, I didn't get this one yet. Huh. Kind of thought I did for some reason. This guy's in Majora's Mask as well, and they brought back a similar minigame, which honestly it's probably even worse than this one because there's like platforming involved, so it's kind of terrible. I'm probably going to be 100%ing every single Zelda game at least. So when I have to do this in Majora's Mask, it's not going to be fun. This mini game in particular. I'm probably going to start to struggle after Majora's Mask, though, when it comes to 100%ing Zelda games, because while I have played all of them, I'm definitely a lot less familiar with everything after the N64 versions. Also, I missed this patch. Please don't let the heart piece be in that patch. That would be so obnoxious. I'm almost out of rupees. I think one of these has a 20 rupee in it, so if I could get the 20 rupee, that would be very nice. I only get one more chance and then I'm out of money. I can get some money and come back, but I'd really prefer not to. What is he doing? Please, heart piece, please. Not only was it not the heart piece, it wasn't enough money for me to continue. What does this say? Okay, not that. I meant the gravestone. Royal family's tomb. Who is buried here? This, as a kid, is probably the scariest part of the entire game. I was terrified of this way back when. I mean, at the time, this game probably had the best graphics of any game ever made when it came out initially. Well, okay, yeah, that's not fair for me to say, because there was probably like some super early PC games as well as PlayStation, and I didn't play PlayStation 1 at all. I started with the PlayStation 2, so I really shouldn't be saying something like that because I'm totally clueless on that. Oh, I actually have an opportunity to use Din's Fire here for once. So yeah, Din's Fire can be used to light torches. Pretty useful. Din's Fire takes up a lot of magic, but I very rarely have to use magic, at least early in the game like this, so it's no big deal. What is this, a rupee? Bombs? Oh, I actually could have used rupees. There's a place I can go to get some quick and easy rupees without having to leave Kakariko. So yeah, in this area, there's a whole bunch of zombies here, which normally you have to run around and they scream at you and stuff. But if you just go right up against the wall and side hop like that the entire way, not a single one of them will even notice you. This is a very useful song. This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun, give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? Oh, was Navi saying that? Something is inscribed on the tombstone. Her text, isn't it usually a different color? I feel like it's not Navi saying that. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. The Sun Song. So, this song basically makes it so zombies are never a threat again, and it also makes it so that you can switch it from night to day at any time, which is very useful for Skulltulas. Takes a lot of waiting out of the game. It didn't just change it to day, did it? Because then I can't do the Dampe thing anymore. Oh, I hope it didn't. Restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the sun song. So these zombies, apparently, Nintendo decided that they were too morbid to have their original lore, where, you know, it's basically telling you right now these are like lost souls in these things. These zombies are lost souls, but Nintendo changed it to, yeah, no, those are just monsters Ganon made out of clay. I don't think anyone's gonna buy that, Nintendo. It did change it to daytime. That sucks. Because if you play the song, it just sets it to like the middle of night, and that's too late for Dampe, so he won't be out here. Oh well. I guess I'll be doing Dampe's grave digging game some other time. I think that's everything we had to do in Kakariko Village. What else can I do? I think it's still a little bit too early to be going to Zelda yet. I have 30 Skulltulas, so I'll go in here. I haven't actually explained what Skulltulas are for yet because I've been neglecting this house. The House of Skulltula. So this guy is not a monster. Link thinks he's a monster though, since he targets him and gets into a battle stance. We look like this because of the spider's curse, but since you've destroyed 30 spiders of the curse is starting to weaken. Did the kids who returned to normal give you any rewards? You should know that the only way to become very rich is to destroy as many spiders of the curse as possible. There are some tricks to finding them all. First of all, you'll have to hunt at night. Secondly, keep in mind that they love soft soil. Pay close attention to your surroundings. Please, we're counting on you. The curse has been broken, so I'm doing jumping jacks. Here's a reward for you. If you equip a Rumble Pack, it will react to nearby secrets. Man, a Rumble Pack. I remember those things. Those things weighed like twice as much as the actual controller did. It made holding the controller really obnoxious. It probably was a lot more powerful of a rumble than controllers nowadays have, though. Oh, wow. I didn't know you got the wallet back to back like that. Well, that was useful. Now I can hold up to 500 rupees. The wallet is yet another wood carving I made. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of ideas on things to make as far as wood carvings for Zelda items. There's definitely still plenty more I could make, but a lot of things I just look at and I'm like, that's either too difficult, or I'd have to make it too large, or, I mean, the bigger it is, the longer it's going to take, and I already, even for smaller things, don't really have the time for it. There's a Skulltula I can get right here, actually. This is a tiny tree. Luckily, Skulltulas are always spawned in caves and grottos and stuff because it's dark in there. So, yeah, the House of Skulltula, every 10 Skulltulas up until 50, you get a reward. So we'd want to go back when we have 40 as well as 50, but I'll probably just won't go back until I actually have 50 of them. Let me see. What can I do before going to Zelda, I mean? It's really not all that much to do right now. I guess I'm just gonna go straight to Zelda then. I can think of one thing in the Lost Woods, but it's not really worth it. Oh, actually, okay, I just thought of two things in the Lost Woods that I could have done. I suppose after this cutscene I can go. But yeah, it's getting awfully dark for the daytime. Wonder what's going on here. Oh, the drawbridge was up during the day. Zelda and Impa on that horse, running away. Pretty sure everyone knows what they're running from. So Link and Zelda's nightmare came true. Ah, I lost her. You, over there, little kid. You must have seen the white horse gallop past just now. Which way did it go? Answer me. So, you think you can protect them from me? You've got guts, kid. Ooh. Let me fight you right now, Ganon. I bet I could win. Yeah. 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 You want a piece of me? Very funny. I like your attitude. Link tanks that, though. I mean, he doesn't even stay down. He immediately is back up. Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you're dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule the world. Man. Maybe it was just like an intimidation shot. He's like, I have no reason to kill a random little kid. Otherwise, he should have been like, what the? That kid just survived my dark blast? Who is this kid? I just wiped out the entire army in Hyrule Castle and then I can't kill this kid? So, Zelda threw something in the water, but Link was more concerned with money real quick. What's that? You found the Ocarina of Time. This is the royal family's hidden treasure, which Zelda left behind. It glows with a mystical light. Link, can you hear me? It's me, Zelda. Link, when you hold this ocarina in your hand, I won't be around anymore. I wanted to wait for you, but I couldn't delay any longer. At least I could leave you the ocarina and this melody. This song opens the door of time. She teaches you the same song in the same way in Majora's Mask. You've learned the Song of Time. Now, Link, play this melody in front of the altar in the Temple of Time. You must protect the Triforce. Oh, it warps you back on land. I didn't remember that. Did it also respawn the rupees? I'm really curious. I just got 2 of them. I want to see if they came back. Oh, they did! Huh. The guard's still standing. Did this guard not even try and stop Ganon? Welcome to Hyrule Castleton. It's a peaceful, prosperous place. Are you sure? That doesn't sound right. Man. Does anyone say anything about what happened? Look at that guy. He's so scared. What a wimp. Are you scared because of Ganondorf? I almost got kicked by that black horse. Okay, well, the townspeople have no clue what's going on. What happened? The one riding on the white horse holding the little girl. Wasn't that a legendary Sheikah? I have a feeling something terrible is going to happen. Maybe I should leave town soon. Yeah, you might want to. Okay, so there's a mini game we can do here. Forgot about this mini game. This is another hard mini game. Like, I feel like there's no way to actually get good at this mini game. Welcome to our cutting-edge amusement center, the Bombchu Bowling Alley. Well, it's a secret. Oh, you have to pay first. 30 rupees. Here is what you can win. Bombchus. Well, that's not very useful. Yeah, it starts off easy, and then the second one is not too bad either, but then the third wall is a nightmare. It's all luck-based because there's a chicken there, as you can see, and once you get to the third wall, there's 2 chickens, but the second chicken is gigantic, and you just have to hope that they don't move in front of your bomb because their movements are completely random. No set movements, there's no pattern or anything. You just have to hope that they're both out of the way when your bomb tree goes through. Ugh. I hate this mini game. Of course he moves back to the middle. So annoying. And you have to win this multiple times too, because there's I think there's only 2 rewards for this. Hopefully. But yeah, the rewards are also random, so I don't even know why I'm bothering right now because I don't care about bomb shoes. I'm just gonna get rid of these and lose real quick. I'm looking for a heart piece. Okay, there we go. I think another reward is a larger bomb bag, so this one's actually important. I want to win this one. Especially because I cannot afford to play again after this. I've randomly had the bomb chew just explode like the second it touches the wall, which is super frustrating because, you know, you have a limited amount of these. Okay. Don't move to the... That was so close. I'm just gonna hope that it moves. Oh, yes! Oh, thank goodness. But yeah, I don't have enough rupees to play this again, which means I will technically have to come back here again sometime. There's an area I could get 200 rupees from Kakariko Village. I actually could get rupees right now if I really... I guess I'll get it over with. I do hate that minigame, and going back to it does not sound very fun, so I'll just get rid of it now. This person here, they will buy anything in a bottle you offer them, so you can actually just dump some bugs out. It spawns 3, give them the bugs, and they'll pay 50 for it. You can just endlessly create more and more bugs. This dude's just watching me scam him right before his very eyes. Oh, I missed that one. Oh well. Okay, if that's not enough rupees, then I'm just gonna give up anyway. There's a lot of people that just sleep all the time in this game. Please be the bomb bag. Okay. Alright. Another important one to win. Oh, it's not in the middle this time. It's definitely easiest when it's in the middle. When it's not in the middle, you have to be pretty precise. It's so hard to make little tiny movements in this game. Okay, let's try that. Nah, that's gonna miss. It's gonna go on the wall. These movements are so precise. Okay, let's try that one. No, that's gonna miss too. I thought I moved, but apparently not. Okay, how about right there? I'm gonna have so few for the final one. That should be good. Okay. So I have 5 tries. Just gonna throw one immediately and hope for the best. Oh, of course not. At least gonna wait for the smaller chicken to go away. That one's a lot easier to predict, I feel like. Because sometimes he gets really far away like that. The big chicken, though, has such a small little moving space. Oh, that was so close. Come on. Yes! Oh, I never have to play this game again. Thank goodness. Yeah, the randomizer actually lets you pick certain locations you don't want to have to go to. Like, you can just turn them off for the randomizer. And I always turn this game off. I just hate this game so much. It's so time-consuming, and it's not at all skill-based, so it's just super obnoxious. Did I ever buy a shield? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Well, good thing I got all these extra rupees now. You heard about us from the guard at Death Mountain Gate? Well, I have to give you a good deal then. So let's see, how much does he charge? I'm at 96. Oh, he only charges 50. Wow. I didn't remember the discount being that good. Yeah, we easily could have afforded that last time if the game would have let us buy it, even though we only had 72. It's like, nope, it's 80. Oh, discount after you give me 80. That's dumb. So you can't change the view here. Oh, man. The music in this place. So many memories. Yeah, I don't really ever get a chance to hear the music at this place because when I do randomizers, the music, you have the option to randomize it, and I just think it's more fun that way, so I always do. So all the music is out of place, so it really feels so much more iconic with the actual music playing here. There are 3 hollows and an inscription here. Ye who owns 3 spiritual stones, stand with the Ocarina of Time and play the Song of Time. That is how the inscription reads. I feel like I sort of remember back when I used to have to go to the pause menu and look up the songs. I was like, how do you play the song again? That was a very, very long time ago, though. This is how you open the door of time. What's behind the door of time? Link, isn't that? It's that legendary blade. The Master Sword. Has the Master Sword actually been mentioned up to this point? I kind of feel like it hasn't. So the A button says to grab. Link has to stand up on the pedestal because of how short and tiny he is. Yeah. Excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. That's how you survived my attack. You have led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. Oh, I'll never forget that laugh. Link, wake up. Link, the chosen one. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a super long cutscene, which is why I decided to come here pretty early. Otherwise, I would have done those Lost Woods quests first. I am Rauru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Link, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. I mean, he looks like an adult, but when he's a child, he looks like he's 6 or 7 years old. Look, Link, you're big now. You've grown up. And the amount of time that has passed doesn't seem like it would have made him an adult from 6 or 7 years old. The Master Sword is a sacred blade which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. Which, if he's supposed to be an adult, then I guess he was 11 when he was a kid, but he sure didn't look 11. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? I'm surprised he's not like the owl and just defaults to no. He'd be like, come on, say no, I want to say it all again. But remember, though you open the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence even in this sacred realm, namely this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sage's seal will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time, chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, and find the power of the other sages, and add their might to your own. If this is where the cutscene ends, it's definitely a lot shorter than I was remembering. You received the Light Medallion. Rauru, the Sage, adds his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Wow, yeah, that is where it ends. Sheesh. Sure goes by a lot quicker when you're actually manually reading it yourself. This place looks completely untouched. Link, we're back in the Temple of Time, but have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. I've been waiting for you, hero of time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, one inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the hero of time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikahs. As I see you standing there holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary hero of time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the Forest Temple. The sage is a girl, I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand, Link? Why didn't it let me say yes or no? I wanted to say no. That was the most confusing part of all. Was the temple this dark? Oh, it wasn't, because there was light coming out of the windows. There's no light coming out of these ones anymore. I wonder why that is. Oh, maybe that's why. Wow. Sheesh. Imagine seeing this for the first time as a kid. And then this. Wow. Well, can't get any worse than that, I guess. Oh no, it's getting worse. Well, there's Hyrule Castle. The new version of Hyrule Castle. I guess it's not called Hyrule's Castle anymore. Man. So, my family, we couldn't ever figure out how to get past the first 3 dungeons. We probably got stuck in Jabu Jabu. And the first time we experienced being adult Link was we just rented a copy of Ocarina of Time from like Blockbuster or something. I don't remember if it was Blockbuster or not, but we rented a copy and the save file just so happened to be adult Link, and we were like, what? Link's a grown-up in this game? We had no idea what was going on. And that kind of stuff happened all the time, though. Like, in order to beat the final boss of the game, we couldn't figure that out either. And one of my friends from school told us a way that worked, but it definitely wasn't the intended way. So I don't know if that's how we actually ended up beating the game for the first time, was with an unintended method, but it still worked. But that was definitely our first attempt at the very least. You know, this would probably be a lot less dreary if I was here in the daytime, since I just spent that time in Hyrule Castle, which was very depressing with all the zombies and ruined towns. So let's change it to daytime and see if it's any better. These guys were at Hyrule Castle Town before, so I'm assuming they fled before it was destroyed. And they're still laughing a lot. Look at this guy. Ever since he escaped from Hyrule Castle Town, he's become even more timid. Oops. I was trying to speak to you. I tell you, I saw him. I saw the ghostly figure of Dampé, the gravekeeper, sinking into his grave. It looked like he was holding some kind of treasure. The text is coming out of the text bubble. Is that normal? Don't think that's normal. Well, I guess that's a hint to go check up on Dampé, who is apparently dead now. Yeah, I kind of want to... I'm pretty curious about that. I want to check, like, before every dungeon, or every time after I do something, I kind of want to go check and see if the game actually gives you legit hints on where to go next, to see how good the pacing is and, like, if it makes sense or not. I bred a new type of miniature Kuko. I call it the Pocket Kuko. I don't get goosebumps from this baby. Kukos are very good at getting lazy, late risers out of bed. Haven't you heard of them before? It makes them very happy to crow. Kuko! Especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. However, my Kuko is not entirely happy right now. You look like you're good at handling Kukos. Here, take this egg. After the Kuko hatches, bring it back to me after a while and I'll check out its mood. What do you think? Will you try? Got another egg. I guess Link is pretty good at handling Kukos. He was even... I mean... Wait. Should we believe what Sheik said and go to... I'm already here! So, yeah, I was about to say multiple things at once and I got distracted. So, I mean, he really looks like an adult because he's as tall as she is, and Link has always been really short for a man, so... I guess he is an adult. The other thing I was going to say was... What was I going to say? Oh, no, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well. I'm probably going to stop once I get to the very first dungeon that I have access to. Man, that is some serious looking anger. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. Grrr. It's all that Ocarina kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm going to mess him. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Jeez, the stuff they could get away with in rated E games before. What? You've got an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. I'll never forget this song. Man, he was openly admitting to wanting to commit child abuse. Sheesh. Well, thanks for teaching me how to mess up your windmill. You've learned the Song of Storms. I think this song really only has one use, even when it comes to like 100%ing the game. It makes it so you can open a whole bunch of grottos in the game, but I don't think any of them have anything important in them, so really it's just to enter a dungeon later on, and that's about it. But yeah, this place here, the roof, or whatever you want to call this up here, is not properly programmed, so you can just... Link can just pull himself right through it. And yeah, that's way easier than the way you get here with when you're a kid, so... That's why I didn't come here when I was a kid. Just saves so much time to do it that way. I don't believe there's really anything else to do here other than go see Dampé. So we'll just go and do that now. And once we see Dampé, well, once we get what we need here, then we'll be able to go to the next dungeon. So, most of these graves, you can pull every single one of them back, but most of them have nothing under them. The ones that do have something under them have these little patches of grass in front of them. So this is an important one, so we're going to pull this one back. Oops. No, Link, go down. Oh my gosh, it's Dampé. He's dead. He really did die. And that guy was telling the truth. He saw Dampé's ghost. Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. Sure, we can have a friendly race. Why not? Too bad he doesn't remember us from when we were a kid. Oh, what the? He's throwing fire. Why is he throwing fire at us? How is this a friendly race? Man, Dampé became evil. The position that he throws the fire in is completely random. So, like, even when you watch speedrunners that are 100%ing the game do this, sometimes even they fail at this because Dampé is a complete troll with the way he throws his fire. And if you don't beat him in time, then you actually have to redo this. And with how many times I've been hit, I may actually fail the race here. I think you need to beat 1 minute. I have never been hit that many times, and I'm not going to beat a minute, so I'm actually just going to jump off here and restart. I have never been hit that many times! Dampé, you suck! He trolled me so hard right there. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone get hit that many times. Jeez. Like, the timer even keeps going a couple seconds after you get through the final door, so I was nowhere near beating it in under a minute. The worst thing that I've seen happen, though, is there's these doors you go through along the way, and if you don't make it within a certain time limit, like this door right here, if you don't make it within a certain time limit, it closes on its own. But even worse, if you go through it, then it immediately closes, and sometimes Dampé will throw a fire at you right as you cross the door, so the fire knocks you back out, and then the door closes on you. That's the worst thing that could happen. But yeah, see, this time I got 51 seconds, so. The time of this race was 51 seconds. Young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it'll help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing. Be careful on your way back. Yeah, that's one of the items I actually haven't made a wood carving of, is the hook shot. And that's just because the way it's designed, I feel like there's no way I could get such small, fine details on it on a wood carving, because my wood carvings are so tiny that if I tried to detail it in those tight little spaces, I'd for sure break the wood apart. So I haven't even attempted it. The only way I could really confidently do it is if I used a giant piece of wood to make a massive version of it. So he told us that he's got another cool reward for us, so I'll race him one more time, and hopefully I won't have to do it a third time. Or a fourth time. This is the third time, because he screwed us up last time. You probably have enough time to be hit by like 3. There's one. And unfortunately, since I bonked the wall at the beginning, I probably only have time to be hit by 2. So if I get hit by 1 more, I'm probably going to be in trouble. Oh, that was close. That was close. Is he going to throw 1 more? Okay, good. So yeah, once you get to this point, it's pretty much done. He doesn't really... He kind of just cuts across the void to take a shortcut to make sure that he gets there before you, I guess. And he just doesn't throw any more fires. It was pretty close, though. 57. The time of this race was 57. You're back, young man. Was the present I gave you fun and useful? I haven't even equipped it yet. Piece of art. So, you're supposed to go out this way, but I have stuff to do in the graveyard, so I just kind of void out on purpose because that brings me back to the start and I can stay in the graveyard. It does do damage to you, though. I lost an entire heart from that. One of these other gravestones, I think, has a heart piece in it. Doesn't have a heart piece? It might not. I might be wasting my time here. I'm starting to think it's actually a Hylian shield that it has. Oh, okay. Wow, 5 rupee. That's about the most useless item you can possibly get. There's one more. And this one, for some reason, does not have anything signaling to you to open it. The other two do, but for some reason this one, I guess they were just kind of hoping that in order to explore everything, they'd be like, oh, well, some player is probably going to try and pull back every single one of these. Also, time completely freezes when you're playing your Ocarina, so you just run right up to an enemy and you're totally fine. And the zombies can't attack you until they do this very slow stand-up animation. So if they're ever kneeling down like that, you're completely safe around them. Okay, good. It was worth it. I got a heart piece out of it. Do I have 9 or 10? 1, 2, 3. 9? I think I have 9. Oh, can you go in here? As an adult? Oh, okay. I think Dampé's diary is in here. Does it actually say anything useful? The Gravekeeper's diary is here. Do you want to read it? Whoever reads this, please enter my grave. Oh, wow! Okay. The game directly tells you, go to Dampé's grave. I mean, first they tell you, go to Kakariko. Then a guy in Kakariko tells you, go to the graveyard. I saw Dampé's ghost. And then Dampé's graveyard hut tells you, go in my grave. So yeah, they give you direct clues on where to go. Like, this just tells you where to go. I'm waiting for you. Yeah, and that's all it says. Wow. Okay, I'm pretty impressed. I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that this game was very bad at letting the player know what to do next. So far, it doesn't seem that way. The only thing that I didn't do enough research on before doing it was with Darunia. I just immediately played the Lost Woods song, Saria's song, without speaking to anyone to see if anyone gave any hints whatsoever on to play that for him. Okay, so I guess we'll go to the first dungeon now. And also, while I'm here, I might as well get a whole lot of rupees. I believe there's a 200 rupee in this grotto here. Oh yeah, in the Stone of Agony, it lets you know in the normal game where there's grottos. But I don't have a rumble pack equipped, which... I guess if you don't have that, it doesn't do anything in the original game? I'm not sure. So yeah, that was 200 rupees. I'm surprised I remembered that. So, Sheik told us that we should go to... Well, they were saying that it would be a good idea for us to go to the Forest Temple, but we didn't have what we needed to enter the Forest Temple. But so she was like, well, I guess you should go to Kakariko instead. So I guess with that kind of information, it's supposed to tell you, it's like after you go to Kakariko, then you should go to the forest. So that's what we're gonna do. I mean, that is where you're supposed to go. I was just trying to put it together for the game's sake of having told me what to do. I wanted to believe that it was very straightforward on that. I mean, I don't want a game to like outright tell you exactly what to do, but in this case, like with Dampe, I was totally fine with that because, I mean, nobody was telling me, hey, talk to the first NPC in town. Nobody told me that, and then nobody told me to go into Dampe's hut. So, Kokiri Forest is filled with monsters now. Ganondorf probably took that upon himself. He's like, let me look into this boy who is going to be my future opponent and see how I can mess with him. Actually, I should talk to some of the townspeople while I'm here. I guess they're all hiding inside, probably, I mean, since there's monsters here. Jeez. I mean, first he kills the Great Deku Tree, and then he pollutes the whole place with monsters. Wow, Link's gotten a lot taller. Haven't I seen you somewhere before, mister? Poor Link. Imagine coming home, and that's how all the villagers greet you. Hi, mister. You can't use a Deku Shield. It's only for kids. You can buy arrows at a shop, only if you have a bow. Have you got one, mister? Well, he doesn't say anything different. I'm surprised none of them are saying anything about the monsters. I guess they don't mind that much. What about you? Since the Great Deku Tree withered, more meanies have been appearing in the forest. I'm scared. Okay, well, he's the first one to mention it. Where's Saria? Do you know Saria, mister? That's weird. Where is Mido gone during such an emergency? An evil wind is blowing from the direction of the forest temple. Saria left, saying, I have to do something about it. The forest temple is located in the sacred forest meadow on the far side of the Lost Woods. Well, now we know where to go. Oh, wait. We already went there before as Kid Link to get Saria's song. So, when it comes to the Lost Woods, apparently, anyone who enters there that isn't a Kokiri or doesn't have a fairy, like Link has Navi, is going to become a Stalfos, which are those skeletons that we've seen wandering Hyrule as a kid at night. So if Link were to come here without a fairy, he would turn into one of those things. But he has Navi to protect him, so he's all fine. What are you? Though you wear Kokirish clothing, you can't fool me. I promised Saria I would never let anybody go through here. Oh yeah? I know who she is. Do you know what her song is? I do. That melody? Saria plays that song all the time. Do you know Saria? That song. Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him. Well, I don't know how Link would feel about Mido forgetting him, because I don't think they ever really got along too well. I'd imagine it still makes him feel a bit sad. From here on, we'll be going through some narrow passages. If you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies. Use Z... Okay. Oh gosh, this text is so slow. Jeez. Okay. So these are like the biggest enemies in the entire game, and anything will kill them in a single hit. It's crazy how vulnerable and fragile they are. Ooh, I can't reach that one. Yeah, you can't take them head on, or they'll charge right at you, so... There's a way to skip over this whole section, but it involves glitches, which... Actually, there is a way to skip over the whole section without glitches, but it requires a bit of setup as a kid, and I am an adult now, so I can no longer do that. So I kind of messed that up. That's okay, though. I mean, this section's a heck of a lot more suspenseful, like this. I think if you get too close to them, they can, like, hear you, and they'll turn around, so even if they're not facing you, they can still be threatening, unlike the guards at Hyrule Castle. But yeah, they can only go in a straight line, so even if they're facing you, if you're in off to the side like this, they can't do anything to you. I think there's just one more we gotta deal with. Oh, and there's water here. That sucks. Takes forever. Oh man, don't climb up. Don't climb up. If you get too close to the ledge, Link automatically climbs up whether you're pressing towards it or not. So it's really obnoxious because sometimes you just jump in the general direction and you get too close to it, so Link's gonna climb it no matter what. Just have to sit here and wait for him to turn around, and I think I actually have to wait for him to walk away a little bit because, like I said, they can hear you if you're too close to them, so he'll still turn around anyway. Oh, how safe do I want to be? Because, like, if I do it too soon, I'm going to be waiting for a long time. Oh, I can't reach him? Oh, okay, I could. Whew. Thank goodness. I did not want to get knocked back in the water there. This guy's different. He just attacks you with long-range attacks like that. And he has 3 different spots he can hit. The middle, the left, or the right. You just have to get by him. And then he's completely defenseless. He gives you a lot of money if you kill him. Otherwise, I'd probably just run past him and ignore him. His rupee spawn is totally random. It can be blue rupees, red rupees, 1 rupee, 2 rupees, or 1 or 3 rupees. I don't think it can be 2. Oh. That's the first thing Link goes to. That's so sad. But now he's got a new friend. The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet of Forest. I wonder what Link thinks of Sheik here. It's just like, he's got to be thinking, this person seems to know a lot about me. They know everywhere I'm going. They know everything I want to do. They seem to recognize that I had a friend here. The Minuet of Forest. Now we can warp here at any time. That's our first warp song. Link, I'll see you again. I think Link is actually supposed to react to that before she throws it. Or he, whoever. Because he puts his hand up to block his eyes before she actually throws the Deku Nut. And I think he knows, he recognizes that from Impa doing it. Because the first time that Impa did it, I don't think he shielded his eyes at all. He was just like, what's she doing? And then he's like, oh, my eyes! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to stop here. Well, okay. I won't count this as the entrance yet because there is a door over there. So I'll count that as the entrance to the Forest Temple. But yeah, while I'm doing this very first room here, If you guys enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave me a like, subscribe if you're new. If you'd like to support me, I have links in the description for my store, as well as affiliate links and Patreon as well. But other than that, let's kill these enemies and then end the episode there. There's actually no point in killing them. I could just walk past them and go in the door because it's not locked or anything, but... Oh, I must have missed the tail. There we go. So yeah, we'll pick up right here next time. See you guys in the next video.